All right, so I watched Kite Man. Hell yeah! Wow, that's crazy. I don't know I had a demon in my throat. I watched the new Kite Man show. This is, of course, the spin-off of Harley Quinn, the animated series on HBO Max. That is a series that I very much enjoy, and I've actually been really looking forward to Kite Man. Whoever thought you would hear those words uttered out of a human? But yeah, he was a really great side character in the Harley Quinn show, and he hasn't really been in the Harley Quinn show for like the past 2 seasons. And I guess it's because they wanted to spin him off into his own show, and so they put out the first 2 episodes, and they are very enjoyable. So basically, the gist of this show is that it is about Kite Man, who is a loser. He's like a loser supervillain. Like he's literally just a guy with a kite. And in like one of the first scenes that they show him in, it's him getting beat up by Spoiler, I think is her name. She's like one of the members of the Bat family. Like, here's the thing about the Bat family. I know Batman, I know Robin, I know Nightwing, I know Red Hood, and I know Batgirl. There are allegedly like 50 other members of the Bat family, and I have no fucking idea who any of them are. But this is one of them. I think her name was Spoiler in the show. And yeah, so Kite Man gets beat up by Spoiler while he's trying to rob a bank. And yeah, he's just like a loser. He's a terrible supervillain. But he has a girlfriend named Golden Glider, who's also somewhat of a loser. Like she's more of a badass than Kite Man is. Like, Kite Man can't, like, he can barely fight, he can barely do anything. Golden Glider is actually she actually is pretty powerful. Like, she has like superpowers and stuff. And she's his girlfriend. And one of the great things about this show is that in Kite Man, or in Harley Quinn, Kite Man was actually Poison Ivy's boyfriend. And then eventually at some point in the show, Poison Ivy ends up leaving him for Harley Quinn. And one of the like funny parts of the show, but it was also sad at the same time, was how Kite Man was actually like a kind of a good guy. like he initially comes off as kind of an asshole, and but like you kind of realize that behind his like the persona that he has is like I mean, he is sincere, I guess, is what I'm saying, and he's not like a mean guy or anything like that. So that was an element of that show, and you honestly felt bad for Kite Man as Poison Ivy was like slowly falling in love with Harley Quinn, and it's just so nice to see. Oh wait, hold on, give me one moment. Yeah, it was just like so nice, seeing Kite Man be in a loving relationship with somebody that appreciates him. Like that is honestly one of the big selling points of the show for me, is that Golden Glider is actually a good girlfriend as opposed to Poison Ivy was when Kite Man was in the Harley Quinn show. And yeah, so basically, weirdly enough, it's like the main antagonist of this series is kind of Lex Luthor. Because basically, like, Lex Luthor, he has the anti-life equation, which I'm not a fucking DC. I'm not a massive DC nerd, so like I believe that that's something that is kind of like the Infinity Stones of the DC universe. I could be wrong, and Lex Luthor is basically like manipulating Kite Man, using him as like a pawn, in order to like hide the anti-life equation, and like keep it safe. I don't know. I don't want to necessarily spoil anything, but basically Lex Luthor is like manipulating Kite Man throughout the show. And yeah, that's basically the gist of it. This is a show about Kite Man, who is somebody who like has always been shit on his entire life. Like, his dad is like disappointed in him. Like, this is a scene where they were like trying to ask his dad for something. And his dad is disappointed in him because of how much of a shitty villain he is. And then another part of the series is that there's like a certain bar that was in the Harley Quinn show as well called Noonan's Bar. And basically another part of the show is how they end up like the owner of that bar is going to sell the bar, but it's a bar that Kite Man, was always frequenting, and him and his friends were always there. And so part of it is them buying the bar, and so there's kind of like a dual, like two parts of the show where like part of it you have like this Lex Luthor villain being the villain situation, and then you have this other aspect of the show which is them trying to afford to buy this bar. And you have a bunch of other like side characters in it as well. You have this character here named Malice who is kind of like we don't know exactly where she's from, but she's I believe Darkseid's like like stepdaughter or something, or goddaughter. But yeah, she has like a demonic cat or something, so she's a fun character. You have this like oh god, what are those types of twins called when they're like attached together? I don't remember. But you have this like really fucked up character who like at the beginning of the show these are technically two characters that are like conjoined, yeah, they're like conjoined twins. And then one of them dies and then they just keep on going. It's kind of fucked up. You have this like weird guy on the right who's like a kindergarten teacher. He's just a part of the gang for no reason. I like that they bring back Queen of Fables. She's from Harley Quinn as well, and she's kind of like a co-star in this show. And Bane is also back. Bane was awesome in Harley Quinn. He's definitely one of my favorite characters. And yeah, he's just back in this. He's also like a main co-star. So overall, like the Kite Man is good. I still don't think that Harley Quinn or Kite Man has really reached the heights of like the first two seasons of Harley Quinn. I do think that there's been a bit of a fall off since Harley Quinn season 2, but I still enjoy these shows for what they are. I still find them funny and whatnot. And Kite Man is a great character, so I'm definitely looking forward to watching the rest of the series. Let me know what you think if you've seen it in the comments down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.